Well, good afternoon, folks. This is Bill at Will Rob's Music, and I had posted up several videos about this little, uh, what I believe is a mid 1950s Suzuki acoustic guitar. And my goal when I got it was to keep it as original as I possibly could. Well, sometimes your goals just don't quite turn out to be what you want them to be. I tried to salvage the fretboard, and it was just so far gone. I just wound up giving up. And I wanted to turn this into a nylon guitar because it's got a 1 3/4 neck, and which, 2 inches better for acoustic for a classical or a nylon, but the 1 3/4 works pretty good too. I did narrow down the uh, the size of the neck by quite a bit. It was real, almost square, not even a D shape. It was real chunky, and I just did not like playing it at all. I mean, it was just hard to play, and but I wound up replacing the fretboard. I sanded down the neck because it had a terrible finish on it, and it was really scarred up. And of course, by narrowing it down, I had to strip it anyway. And so I just did a real light spray of tobacco brown on it with lacquer finish, nitrocellulose, and left the headstock as close to original as I could, as you can see. Put some nice tuners on it, and it. I didn't do much to the body, although I did change the bridge completely. Well, not completely. It was a ball string through the bridge, and it was in bad shape. So I converted it. I changed it to a pen bridge. I just planed it down and drilled it out and put pins in it, and it's working just fine. It had enough of a backing plate behind the bridge that so I think it'll be acceptable, no problem. Well, it survived all this time and didn't develop a bow, so I don't see why this would be any different. Also, if you saw my earlier videos, there was a I would call it just an applique that went around. It was kind of mother of pearl look to it, but it was just an applique. It wasn't routed in, and it was very thin, and it was damaged in quite a few places. And I tried to clean it up, but it just wasn't possible. So I decided to just remove it, and this is what I came up with. And the only real bad spot on the guitar is right there. It's just a crack, and I cleated it and repaired it as best I could. The wood's a little dark in there. I don't know why, but I just decided to just leave it. I sealed it with some super glue and flattened it out. Had another crack here, which I took care of also. I gave it a light sanding and sprayed it with some nitrocellulose, and that's really all I did to it as far as the box goes. It's in pretty good shape. It's got one bad spot down here in the back. I can show that to you, I think. Right on the edge right there, you can see where it's a little boogered up. But I decided to just leave it like it was, and I just cleaned it up good and did a light wet sanding on it and sprayed it with nitrocellulose, and that's all I did. And I only put a couple coats on it, and I used satin instead of gloss because I wanted it to keep as close to that original 1957 Warren look as I could. And it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's a nice little guitar. It's plays nice. Of course, it's out of tune right now. I just put these strings on it, so I've stretched the heck out of them, but they're still wanting to. You can hear it just pretty bad. But I'm not going to bother. Well, I could tune it up a little bit, just try to get a little bit better sound out of it. But it's I don't know. I'm not a nylon string guy, so I really don't know. How long does it take for nylon strings to finally quit stretching? But apparently it takes a long time, because I've stretched the heck out of these things. I also had a rattle in it, and I found a loose brace, and I was able to get in there, I think, and take care of it. It's got a really small sound hole, because I had a hard time getting my hand in there, in my arm. Yeah, Jesus, it really went out of tune a lot. Oh, that's my shirt. But it's got a pretty good little sound to it. I'm not disappointed at all. But like I said, I'm not a nylon string guy, and yeah, that's pretty close. It's still stretching a little bit. Doesn't sound bad. Yeah, I think it's got a nice sound. I'd call it basically it's a student size guitar. It's fairly small. I have an OM frame over here size, and I think it's a little smaller. Yeah, it's smaller than an OM. So I don't know what size you would call that. But like I said, I'm not a classical guy, and I'm not a nylon guy, so I'm not disappointed. There's no identification of this guitar other than me taking pictures of it and searching on Google trying to find it. And the only guitar I found that had this same perfing, the edging that was around here, binding, that applique look, and this particular rosette was a mid-50s or so Suzuki made in Japan. So, and I also found a picture of one that somebody had that looked almost identical to this one. I had the same headstock with the same inlay on it. So I'm pretty confident that that's what this is. And so it's a nice guitar. It's for sale if anybody's interested. I don't know what I'd ask for it. Not much, a couple of hundred maybe, 250, 300. But it plays nice, and I think it'll last a long time. It's already lasted this long. So, thanks for watching. This is Bill's Will Rob's Music, and I don't consider myself a luthier. I'm probably closer to a tech, and I'm not even sure that I'm a tech. I just like doing this, and I have fun doing it. I've restored quite a few guitars, and I'm getting ready to start to build my first one. So I guess maybe once you build one, maybe does that make you a luthier? I don't know. So, but I don't think I'll ever make that claim ever. And I just like playing with them, and I like working on them. So y'all have a good day, and come back and see me again. And this is Will Rob's Music, and I also have music under my name, Bill Robinson, on most of the streaming services, YouTube and Spotify and Apple Music and all of them. So, but not as much. I've only got about 8 or 9 songs on there, and I'm getting ready to do a new. I guess you call it an EP. Would probably I think I've got 9 songs for it, and it's basically for fallen warriors and people with PTSD, that type of thing. The CD for that type of a feel to it. So hopefully I'll get it done. And I've got some other songs that I'm getting ready to try to do too. So thank you for watching. Have a good day.